Hey guys, it's Dan. I wanted to give you guys an update on what I've got going on here. First of all, Happy New Year. It's 2023. Let's see how long it takes for us to write that date correctly when we're filling out checks or, writing things down. It always takes me about a month. But anyway, I'm looking forward to 2023. I think it's going to be a great year. I know that there are challenges in the world, but I also feel like there's also people who are waking up to what is important and focusing on that and what they can do to better themselves and people they care about. So I do feel like there's a bit of I don't know if I want to call it a spiritual awakening, but there's something happening. I feel like with people in society, and things are changing. I'll just put it that way, and I think it's for the better. So I'm excited about 2023. I wanted to briefly mention a couple of things. First of all, in November, my book was launched, Redefining Addiction, Reinventing Recovery, a common sense guide to America's biggest problem. And I've had a lot of actually very positive feedback on it. It's a very direct book, and it's telling people what they don't know about the treatment industry, not just, addiction or drugs or how that works. It's more like, how rehab works, how the insurance companies pay for treatment, how the government views treatment, all these different kinds of things that you may not realize, as well as other methods that can be helpful than what you might normally hear. So the feedback's been good, but I would like to ask you, if you've texted me and you've said, "Hey, I really love your book. It's awesome," but you haven't written a review on Amazon about it, I would really appreciate that. That would be awesome to tell all those people what you think. I appreciate your feedback very much, but if you could share that feedback with others, that would be great. If you haven't, this will be on my YouTube, but I'm going to also post it on Facebook. So if you haven't subscribe to my YouTube yet, I'd appreciate that as well. So it's Dan Manson 1. Dan Manson, the number 1, is the YouTube channel, and you'll find me there, and I will be releasing content there and then sharing it on social media after that. And so if you do go to the YouTube channel, if you don't mind liking it and subscribing to it, that would be great. And then you will be notified when I release another video, which I'm trying to do about once a week or once every other week. I don't want to just put out content just to put out content. I want to actually put out content that's valuable and meaningful. So I'm not going to be someone who's just going to throw a bunch of stuff out there just for the algorithm, right? I'm going to try to put out things that really mean something. So I won't pollute your channels. So anyway, you can share the content if you want. Everyone says like, subscribe, and share. I believe that you'll share it if you want to share it. If I don't share very much at all, except maybe a funny meme or something like that. I'm very cautious about what I share. So if you don't want to share that publicly, that's totally fine. That's up to you. You could send it as a link to somebody if you want to, or you could just, enjoy the content yourself, or and keep it to yourself. That's okay too. I don't want to tell anybody what to do. But if you could subscribe, then you'll know when I have new videos. So that'll keep me in the loop. One other thing is that I was recording my audiobook. I have recorded the audiobook, so that should be coming out soon. However, there's been a bit of a change that I've decided. And it came after talking to a few different people who were a little bit off-put by the profanity in my book. So when I wrote this book, I wanted it to be real, authentic, sort of like, I don't know about edgy, but I wanted it to be like nothing held back. And so I dropped the F-bomb a couple of times. I used profanity in a few different places, and I off-put a couple of people by that. And I didn't, I thought about it, and I thought, well, okay, well, everyone has their own opinion. That's fine. I don't necessarily have to cater to everybody with this book. I wanted to cater to the people that it was meant for, but it was meant for everyday people and everyday families. And so there are families out there who don't use profanity and don't appreciate it. And, for whatever reason, maybe they're religious, spiritual, or whatever, or they just hold that a higher standard, or whatever it is. And so what I thought was, okay, well, if I keep the profanity and turn off some people, then that's muddying the message, and it's not doing what I actually want it to do. There are some people that are going to enjoy it and think it's great. However, does that value, does that, is that enough to have the other people be turned off by it? And so when I thought about it, I thought, well, the most optimal decision is to remove it, because then it can be appreciated by more people. And I still think that the writing style is very direct, and I will accomplish what I intended to accomplish, which is speaking directly to these people, the readers, and educating them as best I can. So I'm going to go through. It's not going to be a whole rewrite or anything like that. It's only going to be the places where there is profanity, which is about 10 times in the book, something like that. I'm going to go and there are some typos actually in this first edition that I have to fix as well. So I'm going to fix the typos. I'm going to remove the profanity and change it out, just that word, or that sentence that has it, to make it make sense. And then I'm going to re-record those sections of the audiobook. So it's going to take me a little bit longer to release these pieces of content, but I feel good about it. I think that the message will resonate with everybody, and you don't have to be embarrassed to share it because it has some profanity in it. And I didn't mean to offend anybody. I was just trying to be myself. And unfortunately, sometimes I will cuss like a sailor, and it's not intentional necessarily, other than just to make a point. But I want to make a point that anybody can hear. So that's what I'm going to do. And there will be some content coming out. I'm going to do some podcast shorts. I'm going to take parts of my book and expand on it a little bit and talk about it. And that will be on the YouTube channel. And then I'll share that as well. But it's going to take a little bit longer because I got to clean up some of the stuff that I've done already. So anyway, thank you guys for your support. Every review, every text that says, hey, great, good job, I really like this or that. It all really helps me stay confident about what I'm doing and continue to move in this direction. And hopefully you guys find the content valuable and that I have a message that is worth talking about. And I'm saying it in a way that is authentic, not salesy, and is, I don't know, I'm trying to do the right thing, guys, by doing all this. So thank you very much for your support, and you'll see me soon.